If you RBG much, then sooner or later you're either going to be a pug, or you're going to need to find someone else that's a pug. But how can you check if the other players in the group that you just entered, or the pugs that you just recruited, are any good before you get into an actual match without stalking them on armory? Today's Addon Spotlight should help. So we've all heard the saying about not judging a book by its cover, and then we've ignored it. Reality is that everyone judges all the time. As proof, all I need to do is look at the YouTube stats for videos that I've published in the past and didn't bother to spend much time on the thumbnail. So in the terms of RBGs, and arenas for that matter, group leaders generally try and put on a good face in the Pug Finder tool, or at least they should. At the same time, they tend to put things in their titles like 2k XP required, etc, etc. You know what I mean. Whether the group leader is actually 2k XP themselves, or they're just looking for 2k players to compensate for their terrible gameplay, it happens more often than you think, you're still at their mercy. They built the group, and you can either go along with them, or you can go build your own. Once you've flipped through your B-Tag friend list and determined that building your own group might be a bit too much work for that given moment, many of us will join any RBG that's willing to take us. There are, however, a number of players who still want a little more reassurance that the group will pan out. Maybe they're worried about tanking a high CR they spent the whole season building by running in a failing group of 1600s. Or maybe they just spend 12 hours slaving away at a day job that they don't like much, and they just aren't in the mood for a lot of hand-holding. Make no mistake, even if you get into a group full of ex-glads, there will still be losses on occasion. That's the reality of gaming. Someone wins and someone loses in these matches. That said, let's get to the add-on I'm wanting to spotlight today, and that add-on is called PvP Audit. For a long time, I used to go about armoring players, and that was a huge hassle, trying to spell players' names right and find out what achievements they have and how old those achievements are got really cumbersome. More often than not, a player would claim to have played at a certain CR before, but since it was on a different character, I couldn't even validate it on Armory. Many group leaders just ask the player to link an achievement, but that doesn't work either. I won't cover it in depth here, but there's actually a fairly popular add-on called Fake Achievement that allows players to fabricate achievement links for whatever they want and even set a custom date. I once joined a group in which the leader armoried every single XP link that was sent to him, and nearly a fourth of all applicants that we got in Pug Finder that night were actually using that add-on to try and fleece their way into groups. So when a friend recommended that I try the PvP Audit add-on, my curiosity was certainly piqued. This add-on can be gotten from Curse, now the Twitch client. In a nutshell, you get the add-on, get within range of a player in-game, if that means that you have to group with them but maybe not give them the Discord link until you verify that what they tell you or link to you is true, that's fine. Then target the character and type /PvP Audit into your chat bar. After a few seconds of lag, because it does scrape all of their achievements and read through everything, their history of their notable PvP achievements, their CR, and their XP across their account for 2s, 3s, 5s, and RBGs is printed out into your chat bar. Let's give this a try. So trying to record a video about add-ons while in a farming RBG group can get a little complicated. So I'm just going to do this in my own group in Dalaran, but know that once you're in an RBG group or an arena group, you can just go find people just like I'm about to do and PvP audit them as well. So for starters, I'm going to start with myself. I have myself targeted here. This is my S-Priest that I've been RBGing on this last season, Legion Season 6. And if I go into chat and type /PvP Audit, give it a few seconds, and then you get this audit report for Foxy Monster, which is my priest here. And you can see that I've done a little bit of 2s, a little bit of 3s, arenas aren't really my thing. though I do get into them. And then in RBGs, I've got 2K experience with a 1949 CR. So that right there is basically the gist of it. There's a few, you can abbreviate this down to /PA as well for PvP audit. That works as well. You can do /PA and space help to see a list of the other commands. I won't go through all of them, but you can just read through this and get a gist for all the different options that you can try. You can also pipe this output to your raid chat as well. Maybe if you're in a group that is led by someone else and you can see that somebody made their way into the group through fake achievement add-on or just flat out lying or whatever, you can feel free to expose them and deal with the social consequences afterwards. Viewer beware. So let's give this a try. Let's go find somebody else. I don't normally play with a giant chat screen in my vision. I just brought this up for easy viewing. So I don't know who this is. Mayhem, whoever, they're on this fancy mount here. I have them targeted. Let's do /PA or PvP audit. And Mayhem has 0 XP and 0 CR, so not much of a PvPer. Let's go find, and Dalaran's really empty today. We'll head over to the transmog place. Here is a 110 Hunter. I'm not gonna bother trying to say that name. /PA. Another non-PvPer. Let's see if we can find somebody. Cliptox has done a couple of 2s in a previous season. Do PvPers do transmog? Apparently. Oh, there's one. Okay. Whoever this warrior is has 1400 XP, 1358 CR in 2s. So he's also done some 3s and some RBGs. He's got a 1600 plus XP in RBGs. Sometimes it's kind of fun to just walk around Dalaran and do this. That's kind of what I do when I'm waiting for groups to form, just to kind of see who on my server is RBGing, and who knows, maybe I'll make a friend. Let's go over to the bank here. Here's another warrior. Done some 2s, did some 3s in the past, and he's never done any RBGs. So anyway, you get the gist of this. It's a nice little add-on, and what it's doing basically is going through that character's achievements. Now, if you do this kind of the old school way, let's move this out of the way. If you right click on them and do compare achievements, you can go through and look at their achievements, but this takes a long time. And this is, as far as I know, kind of the only way to look at somebody's account-wide achievements. I've tried, it is really hard to be able to see if somebody has an achievement and if that achievement happens to be on a character that is not the one that they're on, which is usually the case, because maybe you play a warrior one season because they're super OP then, and then you switch to a shadow priest for another season because of patch notes or whatever. You know, if people don't main, a lot of people don't main a particular class for life, and that's just kind of the reality of the game. But anyways, this is kind of the gist of this add-on. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed these kind of add-on videos, to be honest, most of the comments I get are about, you know, what's that add-on, or what are you doing here and there. And so I'm thinking about doing a few more of these types of videos for just kind of the fun UI tools that I've come up with that have helped me in PvP. So if you like that, let me know. If you know a better way of doing what I'm doing here, also feel free to say so in the comments. I have spent some time researching and Googling and trying to find different websites that are able to grab all this information, but to this day I've found nothing more convenient than this PvP audit add-on that allows me to just go and click on people. And anyways, hope you're having a great week, and I will see you guys next time with another video.
That's wrong graveyard, Foosh. That's wrong graveyard, Phil.
Yeah, I was getting chased. Yeah, no.
I have no excuse.